start with T.I.
Not his daughter. You can't start with his daughter,
No.
but you can start with T.I.
Don't start her up. Don't start that engine up. So, yeah, I'm thumbing through news articles, as I do,
Yes.
the other day, and sure enough, T.I. pops up with a headline that he takes his daughter to the gynecologist every year on her birthday to make sure that her hymen is still intact. Great parenting, fella. Yeah,
I love the first Google search is T.I. daughter. T.I. daughter crime.
Well, my first thought after reading it was like, I wonder how often she gets butt fucked. You know, what I mean? Like her dad thinks he's slick. T.I. thinks he's slick, and she's just taking high school dates out and just be like, yeah, you can fuck my ass. My dad doesn't check for that.
I've got two other places. Yeah, my uncle used to call that Christian sex, anal. Right,
Oh, yeah.
So you got to stay intact for the marriage. This one is a weird one to just volunteer in 2019.
Yeah.
Like, you got to read the room a little. Like, this is the funny thing. I guess T.I. still exists. Like, I haven't heard about him since,
He used to be a hit machine. And then,
what was like
yeah.
early 2000 weight room stuff? You'd always have the guy that's like, T.I., dude. I used to work out, and this guy would be like, if I ever was in a cage fight, like, that's just something that would happen. He's like, if I ever just go from bench press to picking up cage fighting.
Listen, one of these days I'm going to find myself cage fighting a guy.
Someday I'll find myself needing an intro walk-in song to a cage fight. T.I. And they just be like, all right, I mean, there's like tons
Okay.
of other cooler songs, but that's fine. That was probably the last time I thought about T.I. So then he's just getting interviewed, which, again, I thought was weird. I'm like, I must
Yeah.
have a project coming out of some kind. To just
Sure, he's still
volunteer.
writing or something, yeah.
Like, this is one of those things he must have, because I'm assuming whoever it was, right, the interviewer wasn't like, so tell me about your daughter's pussy, right? Like, to just immediately leap from, hey, tell us about the movie you're in.
So, T.I., I hear you got a daughter. Is she still a virgin or what? What's going on with that? What's her pussy like?
You know, we're in the market. But yeah, so he must have been so proud of himself for this that he's like, I'm going to make a wave into the parenting money pool. People were fucking furious. By the way, this is one of those, I almost delete Twitter about 5 times a week.
Sure.
Because it's just unbearable. Even with muting words, right? Like, every Trump thing is muted for me. You know, any snowflake.
Just politics
social
in
justice.
general.
Yeah, like any of
like,
those
I
kind of
don't
debates.
care.
You're like, I'm here for movies and sports news. Like, I don't need this. But even with muted, it still gets through somehow, always. This is one of those where I'm like, thank God for Twitter. It was the fucking best Twitter day.
Incredible.
The results were furious, right? The other thing that was so funny in the article is not only does he say he still does it.
Yeah.
I don't remember reading in the article if he said when he's going to stop doing it. I assume when she's like, I'm engaged.
For all I know, his daughter's like 35. I don't know how old his daughter is.
I think
like,
they said she's 20 years old now.
20 and she's still
19 or 20?
still doing that? Oh, my God.
Yeah, it's, oh my God. No, she's 18 right now.
Okay.
She's 18 according to this article.
Still
Old, right? Like, she can go fight and die for our country.
Yeah.
Maybe she could, use her vagina. Like, that's enough. But then he went on and he's like, well, this was my strategy. He's like, because, no one wants virgins hanging around.
nobody
They're
wants
real
to hang out
annoying.
with a virgin.
And I was like, so T.I. just openly was like, I've been around other dads' virgins. Not a fan.
Not a fan. Not a fan.
The master plan here, ridiculous. But this is what I'm wondering, because he's obviously very proud of himself. What did he think was going to happen when he said this?
Here's the way I read it. I didn't hear the actual like audio or anything. I just read the article.
It was on E! News.
But the way it sounded was that he was like, this was a big parenting breakthrough. Like, he had thought of something great, and he's like, check this out. Hey, dads, listen up.
Yeah. Right?
Like, I don't think it was ever in his mind that, like, I shouldn't be saying or doing this. In his mind, he was like, this is definitely the right thing to do.
Well, it was on a podcast, whatever you like, right?
Yeah.
So a little more lenient, right?
Sure.
He's probably like, oh, I'll do a funny joke or something. The episode has since been deleted, apparently.
Ooh.
After he constantly referred to his daughter's hymen being intact. I can't believe the podcast took it down. If we were ever lucky enough to get someone to say something like that on here, I'd be like, sorry, man, we're not friends anymore.
Yeah,
I'm blasting that to the heavens.
Amplifying it as much as I can.